Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today with this Medicare Made Easy. This is a broadcast series by that Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana hosts to share information and education on health topics important for older adults. Today, we're going to give an introduction and overview of what Medicare is all about. Medicare is a federal government health insurance program for people 65 and older and for people with certain disabilities or health conditions. When you're signing up for the first time, it may seem like the alphabet soup. Parts A, B, C, and D's. We're going to help you with those questions, and those of you guys that are turning 65 coming up soon will be able to understand and see how it all works out and help you choose a Medicare plan that suits your needs. Joining me today is Will. By the way, my name is Kathy Klinger, and I'm a licensed agent, Medicare's benefits specialist here with Blue Cross Blue Shield. And joining me today is Will.
I'm Will Phelps. I'm a certified Medicare insurance planner for Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana, and I'm happy to be here today. Also, if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat as usual, and our experts will do their best to answer them as soon as possible.
Very good. So let's start with the alphabet soup. Well, tell us about that.
Yeah.
We get those questions every day.
Very much so. And I wish we weren't talking about alphabet soup because I haven't had lunch yet. But today, the alphabet soup that we're actually going to talk about is the ABCs of Medicare. So what we'll do now is kind of break them down part by part. So first is Medicare Part A. Medicare Part A is hospitalization. You're going to be gifted that when you turn 65. And a lot of people think that it may be free, but what you're doing while you're working, paying into Medicare, paying your Medicare taxes, that's going into Part A. So you'll be rewarded with Part A when you turn 65. So Part B, that's medical. That's the one that you have to elect. Right now, that's going at about $164 a month. So you have to elect that, fill out your application. It takes about 2 weeks to process, and then you'll get your information and your confirmation. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to skip over Part C and come back to that to kind of debunk a few myths. So first of all, while we're on the subject, you don't get penalized if you don't get Part B, but you do get penalized if you don't get Part D, as in dog, for your drug plan. So you have to have credible drug coverage by law, or Medicare will penalize you every month that you don't have credible drug coverage up until you actually get drug covered. So now what we're going to talk about is Medicare Part C or Medicare Advantage. Medicare Advantage is a combination or umbrella plan that combines Medicare Part A, hospitalization, Medicare Part B, medical, and Medicare Part D, all under one plan, Medicare Part C or Medicare Advantage. But in relation to that, there's also another form of Medicare. And Kathy, how about you kind of tell our viewers what that is?
Sure. There's another type of Medicare coverage you can get or you have possibly heard from, and that is the Medicare Advantage plan or Medigap policies. Unlike Part C, Medicare Advantage, these type of plans do not bundle. They actually just cover the A and the B of what Medicare doesn't cover. It helps you with that 20% when you actually have original Medicare. Medigap policy plans are an additional coverage to your Part A and Part B. Now, you cannot have a Part C or a Medicare supplement plan at the same time. So it's very important that when you're actually trying to figure out your health and finding the best plan that suits your needs when you're aging into Medicare or going into Medicare for disability, know what you need first so that you'll know which plan will suit you best. I know this could be complicated, Will, and we obviously remind everyone that to talk to a specialized agent that knows about Medicare benefits and that actually can help you put this little puzzle together, you know? There's no cost to anyone to just give us a call here, and you don't have to buy anything, and it's great. It's a free service, so just give us a call. You can get in touch with either one of us or any other agents that work for Blue Cross. We are more than happy to help. We're here year-round to help you with any questions you may have about your Medicare options. We talked about the different types of plan, Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement. When do you think we need to start looking or signing up for Medicare? Can you explain that?
That's a great question. So when you turn 65, you're going to be able to enroll in a plan. You're going to have 3 months prior to your 65th birthday, the month of your 65th birthday, and then 3 months after your 65th birthday. So don't fret and don't freak out and think you have to do it right away. The big thing is, though, you're transitioning into a new season of life. You know, you're going from the boardroom to coffee with your friends in the morning, thinking about going fishing, or even working on your golf game. So when you're transitioning off corporate insurance, there are a lot of unknowns. The big thing is going to be, do I have to get Medicare right away? And the answer is no. If your corporate coverage has credible drug coverage and is meeting your medical needs, you don't have to enroll right away. What I would say, when you do decide to retire and make that transition out of the boardroom and onto the golf course, give yourself about a month, because it takes about 2 weeks for your Part B application to process, because you're already going to be awarded Part A when you turn 65. Give yourself a little bit of time to go ahead and make that transition and go ahead and enroll in Part B. And once you do that, that way you have no lapses in coverage, and your plan will start the first month when you're actually turning 65 or retiring in this case. But after that first time you enroll, there's always a time to transition and think about new plans. Can you tell us a little bit about the annual enrollment period?
Absolutely. You know what? Those of you guys that are already on Medicare and basically want to know, well, I've been kind of stuck with this plan. When can I make changes? Just know that annual enrollment period is always on October 15th through December 7th, where you can make changes to your Medicare plan and possibly check, what health needs you have that you can actually possibly check with a plan that will suit your needs. During this time, anyone, again, who has Medicare could actually make changes. Insurance companies like Blue Cross and Blue Shield that are approved with Medicare can actually start talking about, the plans early on October 1st. However, to sign up, you have to wait until October 15th through December 7th to be able to make changes to your plans. And again, this is not going to start until January 1st of the next year. So just know that period of time where you're making that election is not going to start until January 1st. During this enrollment period, you can actually contact one of us here. We are here to help you answer any questions you may have and get familiar with what Medicare is all about, either for the first time or if you're making changes to your new plan. So, Will, tell us about the 3 Ps. What is so important that we need to do when we're actually trying to select a plan?
Gotcha. Well, with the 3 Ps, those are going to be your building blocks to kind of selecting the plan that best fits your needs. So with the 3 Ps, you have provider, because at the end of the day, if you can't go to the doctor, why have the plan? You want to find out if your doctor's in network with that plan, what your co-pays are going to be. That way you can go and see the doctors that you prefer and that you've seen all your life. Because I hate to say it, but when you have a doctor, you have a lifelong relationship. So next after that, you're going to have plan value. So with plan value, you're going to get the extras that original Medicare doesn't cover, such as vision, dental, hearing, telehealth, which is going to be available to you for 24/7. And there's also gym memberships built in as well. These are all things that original Medicare doesn't cover, but also help you enhance the quality of life. And last is going to be pharmacy, because at the end of the day, if you can't get your drugs, you're not going to want to be on that plan. Co-pays are important when it comes to pharmacy, and also if the pharmacy is in network with you as well.
Well, that's great information, because we come across that every day about how do I choose a plan? And some people tend to even choose a plan that their doctors are not even in the network, and also their pharmacies, their medications. So that's a really, really good point to talk about. So, Will, we have come to the end of our time, and it's been a pleasure, working and talking to you about Medicare Made Easy. This is a broadcast that we share about information about Medicare topics on a regular basis. You can go into our YouTube channel at BCBSLA, or you can also just sign up for social media in our bcbsla.com. Also, just know that we're here to help you with anything you need in regards to your Medicare. It's best if you talk to a licensed Medicare's benefits specialist to help you put this little puzzle together and help you choose the best plan that suits you best. It's been a pleasure being here with everyone. Thank you for joining us. You'll have a great day.
It's a pleasure.